When I get up in the morning, I see about 30 rabbits outside my kitchen window having their breakfast, you know.
You never turn your back on the rabbit, especially in Central Otago.
Once you get to plague proportions, the destruction happens in front of your eyes.
It's an absolute ecological disaster. I mean, you know, it's out of control.
I can see another rabbit here now, down the fairway.
Good shot.
Hit. One dead rabbit. Hi, I'm John O'Rout, the greenkeeper at Te Anau Golf Course, and these are the bane of my life. The only good rabbit is a dead one. We can shoot up to 80 rabbits on a good night for shooting. It diminishes the population for a wee while, but they're back in force and in numbers again very, very quickly.
So it's just never ending?
It's just never ending. They've also, in front of the golf club, they've dug holes and they've actually dug through the telecom lines. And that's happened twice, so we've had to head chorus guys out because it affects the phone lines and computer lines. So
wow,
it's a big deal. It's also a problem from...
So they can hide under here.
They hide underneath all this bracken. On this hill behind us here, there's actually warrens, and it's actually a network of holes, and I know the bracken's covering a lot of it, but there can be 4 or 5 entrances to a family unit, and there could be up to 20 rabbits living in those warrens. For every one you see, there's probably 2 or 3 you don't see. And this is the worst damage on this green, and it happens all over. There's shit on the greens first thing in the morning.
So it can't be too good for your game?
No, it interferes with the roll of the ball and the look of the greens. It doesn't look good when we've got repair marks all over greens. We can't get on top of the numbers, and in the last 2-3 years it's gotten really bad. We've shot, I think it's totaling 15 black rabbits now, and they say for every black rabbit you see there's 1,000 greys. So if we've shot 15, that's 15,000 other rabbits, as the saying goes.
When I turned up here, this golf course was covered in rabbits. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I'm Blue King, the greens convener of the Te Anau Golf Course, and the rabbits here on this golf course are driving us nuts. We can't trap them because of cats. Can't poison them. You might poison someone's cat or their dog. So we just got to shoot them. Now it's got that hard because of all the lifestyle blocks all around us now that we have to notify all the neighbours. There's 13 of them within a half a kilometre of here behind me. We have to go to the police. We have to tell them how many are going to be shooting, what we're using to shoot, shotguns or 22s, and the time.
Bit of administration going on.
Yeah.
But how can you control the rabbits if there's no fencing and the neighbours aren't doing it?
That's the thing.
You can't?
No, they come off the lifestyle blocks and along the lakefront down here, and they just love coming onto this nice fresh short green grass here.
Across the road from us is dockland, unmaintained as you can see, and the rabbits live in there and they come across. Quite often we'll see them on the road dead squashed from cars going by, and it's just never ending.
And what are DOC doing about it?
DOC aren't doing anything about the rabbits.
So you don't really stand a chance if they're not doing anything?
No, if DOC and the council can't help us out with actually controlling surrounding bits and pieces of land, I can only do what I can do on the course. DOC owns right round the waterfront and the track. I suppose they still class it as national park, so...
Rabbit Park.
Rabbit Park. Even down by the weir to the entrance of the Kepler track, there's just rabbits everywhere.
Wow.
and up and down the Waiau River,
And
just
Fiora now.
and almost all the way to Hollyfoot.
Incredible.
So
So how do they break the wire?
I don't know, they just keep, I've got no idea, they probably just keep nibbling. So what you have to do, every few weeks you have to walk along the edge of the fence line and just make sure that they haven't burrowed right in underneath the netting, because that's what they're trying to do, they're trying to get to the other side.
So you know quite a bit about rabbits now.
Only what I've learned from bad experience from them, yes, I do. Hi, I'm Ross, I retired in Wanaka. I love my garden in my retirement, but I also spend an awful lot of time rabbit hunting. We had rabbits for Africa, so to speak, all over the lawn, and we decided to rabbit-proof the 4 properties.
So that's all your neighbours?
All the neighbours. How do you control one side of the fence, and a fair bit of pressure comes on that fence.
This is all public land, isn't it?
Yes.
And so who's controlling the rabbits here?
Nobody. No protection done here whatsoever. We're trying to protect our bit and look after that and maintain it. And this is not maintained at all in any shape or form.
Because it seems like the landowners are all expected to control the rabbits on their property, but then over the fence, nothing seems to be going on.
No, there's no control whatsoever, no. They'll dig a hole in a matter of 2 or 3 nights, no trouble at all. Then you've got a main highway going in and underneath. Grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, so to speak. Yeah.
Well, it certainly is here.
Yeah. And you'll notice this whole area here is devoid of grass. There's plenty of weeds that the rabbits don't eat the weeds.
How are the trees going over here?
The trees, when the growth gets above the protection, they just obliterate the growth.
They can climb up.
They'll climb up and sit on there and eat the top of that plant right off. I can show you evidence of that. Well, look at that one there. You know, there's a prime example, completely cut off.
So around Lake Wanaka, who's in charge of that area around the lake?
Again, there's a number of different owners in that council, Department of Conservation and private.
It's like the perfect cluster, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, the perfect mess.
They can be, yes, yeah.
So you've got 3 owners and the rabbits are just multiplying.
And they're spreading out into urban, I mean, they're spreading out for some of those areas into urban Wanaka, but there are parts of Wanaka, I mean, urban Wanaka that are having their own rabbit problems anyway. So jolly difficult to deal with them when you're dealing with so many landowners.
Because they're saying that the Crown agencies and the councils are the worst offenders.
It's easy to point the finger, but again,
Look
there are
over
many.
the fence though. If you look over the fence, it's like there's rabbits all through that land, and it's the Crown land. It's the same in Te Anau. It's the same at Lake Hayes.
It could be Crown land, or it could be your district council owned land as well. But at the same time, there will be private.
The
ownership.
rabbits don't care, do they?
No, they don't care where they live.
And so they just keep breeding.
Yeah.
So have you had to kind of give them a bit of a kicking, like the Crown agencies?
We certainly we have good relationships with those people, and we work alongside with many programs.
I know you might have a good relationship, but are they actually doing anything?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. No.
Why is that?
Again, we as a council haven't been forceful enough for a number of years with just landowners.
So you're going to reinvent yourself, come
We're
out
going to
swinging
get out there and be a hell of a lot more active than we have been, that's for sure, yes, yeah.
One of the methods we use is rabbit drives, rabbit muster.
You're effectively mustering the rabbits.
Yeah, if you've got good rabbit netting fences, you can set up a trap system. A lot of the people that come out and do it, they just enjoy doing it.
A few spates afterwards?
Sometimes.
Basically, we've given the rabbits a passage through the fence line, and during the evening they start drifting down here and they'll just work their way through these tunnels.